Hi guys, this is Daily Wish here. Thank you so much for coming back on my channel and I hope you guys are doing awesome. Alright, so today we are going to talk about what is that one secret ingredient which is still blocking your manifestation, and for that I'm going to take one example from one of my client which is going to help us in understanding the case study and helping to know what is it that we are doing it wrong and how to fix it in a right way, in a correct way. So let's learn from the example of Shruti. Okay, so imagine that Shruti wants to manifest her dream job. Okay, she follows Neville Goddard's teaching. She has learned so much from this channel as well, and she is now assuming that she has already got her dream job. She is already employed in her idol company, right? Every day she is visualizing herself, she is imagining her end scene, she is visualizing that she is right in her office, which is her dream office. She is feeling all kind of excitement, and there's lots and lots of satisfaction of working in that company, right? Now in the beginning she feels great, but after a few days, what happens? After a few days she started checking the job posting non-stop. She has that feeling that she needs to check the 3D again and again. She keeps on discussing the same thing with her friends, with the people who are already working in that company. She is just refreshing her emails on daily basis, and now she's feeling anxious because she doesn't get any response from that company. She is trying to get in touch with the HR, she is trying to get in touch with all the people who are working there as her friends, but she is not getting any substantial feedback. Now she begins to think, what if this isn't working? What if I need to apply for more jobs, because my 3D is not showing anything that I have done the work for. It is not showing me any evidence that this particular job is already mine. And that's where she makes the crucial mistake. She steps out of the state of wish fulfilled, and instead of trusting that her desire is already hers, she lets doubt take over. And because her mind is now crowded with all kind of negative thoughts, all kind of doubts, all kind of fears, she now starts acting as if she doesn't have the job yet, which only reinforces that assumption. Now, every time you have a dominant thought, it is bound to reflect back in the 3D reality. And what happens? After just a couple of weeks, she came to me and she told me that that particular job has been taken over. This particular job is no longer mine. Somebody else has filled that dream job position, and now she is feeling all lost. She is telling me that manifestation doesn't work for me. I'm pretty much sure you are also relating with the same example if you also are facing this kind of issue. So let's understand about her mistakes, the mistakes that she has done while manifesting her dream job. See, it's very simple. If while manifesting anything, any desire of yours, if you have ever found yourself constantly checking for signs in the 3D, you are constantly worrying about when your desire will show up, or you are feeling frustrated when things don't happen fast enough, this clearly shows that you are being impatient. It is the cause of desperation, which is why you are not manifesting your dream job or any other desire. Now, in the case of desperation, in the case of impatience, Neville Goddard has reminded us, do not wait for the conditions to change before you assume the feeling of wish fulfilled. You must assume it now. This is what he has said in the book, Feeling is the Secret. In the case of Shruti's example also, her impatience made her look for proof in the external world, which is a 3D world. Instead of remaining faithful to her assumptions, she was constantly checking the 3D. That was the major mistake that she has done. And by doing so, she has been constantly creating more resistance. She is slowing down the very thing she wants to manifest, and that's why she was not able to see any bridge of incidents happening in the 3D. And Neville Goddard has clearly mentioned in mostly all of his lectures and mostly all of his books that rushing down the process actually blocks your manifestation. It never fastens the whole process. It is actually delaying the process of manifestation for you. But why? And how do we stop this feeling of being impatient? Let's understand this step by step. Let's understand why impatience actually blocks your manifestation. So I'm pretty much sure we all have faced this kind of issue. We all have been there. When you start practicing the law, you assume that your desire is already fulfilled. You feel confident for a while, but then doubt creeps in. You start thinking, why isn't it happening yet? You start looking for the proof in the 3D. Did I do something wrong? Am I actually, doing it in a right way? These questions starts cropping up in your mind. And before you know it, you are no longer living in the end. You are stuck in the state of lack. If you have read the book The Power of Awareness, Neville Goddard has mentioned a very beautiful line about impatience. Impatience is the failure to persist in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. This is what he has said. This clearly means that impatience comes from the place of doubt, from a place of lack. The moment you start wondering when something will happen, you are actually affirming to yourself that it has not happened to me yet. I don't know when my desire will show up. I don't know whether I'll be even able to manifest this desire or not. Now, this inner conflict creates more resistance, and it is going to delay your manifestation more and more. Am I right or wrong? So the next question comes, so how do we stop being impatient? How can I cultivate more patience within me? And how can I actually trust the law more? How can I allow my desire to flow effortlessly to me? Let's go over the three main important principles based on Neville Goddard's teaching, and you should always remind yourself, about these three major principles. Number one is trusting the law and not the 3D world. When you assume something, you must persist in the feeling of wish fulfilled. You must persist in that assumption no matter what you have been shown by the 3D. No matter what 3D is throwing in front of you, you need to stick to your end goal. The 3D world is just a reflection of your inner state. It is a dead reality. It has got no impact on you unless and until you accept the 3D as it is and you forget about your end goal. Okay, if you keep on checking for proof, you are just reaffirming that your desire is not here yet, which only keeps your desire more away from you. Okay, as we all know, the 3D world is not the world of cause, it is the world of effect. In Imagination Creates Reality, Neville Goddard has mentioned, imagination is the only reality. The 3D world is the world of effect. This means what? This means that what you see around you is only a reflection of your past thought, which is coming to you in a delayed form. It is a projection of your inner reality, which is being shown by the 3D in a delayed form. The moment you stop reacting to your current circumstances and you still decide that I want to persist in my new reality, this particular desire is already mine. You claim this desire as to be yours, right? Things begin to shift in the 3D as well. Everything starts falling into places, that too in your favor. Because 3D is nothing but a reflection of your creation only. Alright, moving on to the second most important principle. Think from the end and not of the end. What do I mean by that? I clearly mean that when you are thinking from the end, you are knowing that in this very moment in my mind I have accepted my desire. Now I am going to see the world from a person who has already achieved his or her desire. I am going to feel the way a person who has got her desire is going to feel. A very big mistake people make is obsessing over when their desire will show up. They are always trying to figure out what should I do in the 3D so that I can fasten the whole process up. It is not your job. I have repeated myself multiple times that being a creator, it is not your job to get into the how and the when. It is not your job to figure it out. Instead of looking for results, please focus on how it feels to already have it. Just focus on that feeling. Your emotion shapes your reality. Your feeling shapes your reality. When you are thinking from the end, you are completely satisfied. You are already living in the state of knowing that your desire is already yours. There's nothing to worry about. 3D is just a reflection of your dominant thought, which is presented to you in a delayed form. Right now, if I decide that I'm a version of myself who has already claimed her desire to be hers, there is nothing to worry about because I know I'm the creator of my reality. There is nobody else who has got this right for me. There is nobody else who has got this power to change my 3D. And when you know that yes, it is you who's the creator of your own reality, who's the god of your own reality, and when you are remaining in the wish fulfillment state, the physical world, which is your external world, your 3D world, has no other choice but to reflect it back to you. Right? So instead of asking where is it, ask yourself, how would I feel if I already have it right now? How would I react to this world when I know that I am the person who has got her desire, who has already achieved what she wanted? How are you going to look at this world now? Be in the state of knowing and then live from that state. As Neville Goddard has said, to assume the feeling of wish fulfilled is to make that assumption real. How can you make that assumption real? By knowing that my imagination creates reality. So if I can see it in my mind's eye, I will have it in my 3D as well. I just have to live in the state of knowing that it is me who's the creator of my 3D reality. Alright, moving on to the third principle, which says you need to let go of the need for timing. The biggest cause of impatience is obsessing over when something will manifest. You are always looking in the 3D. You are not trusting your internal reality. You are not giving more faith to the unseen reality. Instead, you keep on looking for evidence in the 3D. But if you have actually learned law of assumption, you should know that Neville Goddard has clearly mentioned that time is nothing but an illusion. Time is just an illusion. It is a reflection of your own assumptions. Time is a shadow of the internal now. This is what he has said in the law and the promise book, right? So when you stop worrying about the when, your desire will show up definitely. And simply live in the state of already having it. Simply live in the state of knowing that yes, I have created in my mind's eye. I'm going to have it in my 3D as well. In fact, I know it is already mine. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to doubt it. I don't have to even look for it in the 3D. It is already mine. I claim it as mine. It comes naturally to you. Now, in your internal state of mind, your dominant thought is the desire is already mine. I have seen it. I am going to have it. I am going to experience this desire in the physical world whenever it is going to show up. But yes, I know it is already mine. Right? Your job is not to control the timeline. It is just to remain faithful to your assumption. It is just to remain faithful to your end goal. No matter what you see in the 3D, no matter what kind of circumstances come in between, you still have to persist in the end goal. Alright, so impatience is not your friend. Please know this. It is just a sign that you are not fully trusting the law. You are not fully trusting your own powers. You are not fully trusting the subconscious mind. If you truly believe your desire is already yours, there is no reason to feel impatient. Right? So the key to effortless manifestation is very simple. Just simply assume it, persist in it, and let go of the need to see the instant results. Just let go of the need of watching the 3D over and over again. You don't have to do it. You are the creator of that 3D. 3D is not the proof of your desire. 3D is just a mere realm where your desire comes in the physical form. Your desire is already yours. When the second you have imagined it, it is already yours. The moment you stop rushing, your desire flows naturally to you. This is how the process of manifestation works. Alright, so yeah, that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. In case if you did, do not forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. Please like, share, comment and subscribe for more content on manifestation and law of assumption. And always remember, manifestation is not a race. It is your personal journey. So please stay patient, persist in your assumption and trust that what you desire is already yours. Alright, so yeah, that's it for today. Please do follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is My Daily Wish, and if you are interested in taking one-to-one session from me, my session is still available for the last week of March. So if you want more details, please connect with me on the given number. If you are interested in buying instant manifestation workbook, you DM me on either Instagram or you can connect with me on my WhatsApp number. So yeah, that's it for today. Now I'll be meeting you very soon in the next video. Until then, please do take care of yourself and happy manifesting.